everyone, we're going to be talking about the GRE today and how you can raise your score like I did. So if you are interested in watching, continue to watch. If this is your first time watching, please don't forget to like and subscribe because I have a couple more videos coming all about grad school. So if you're interested in watching, please subscribe and turn on the notifications so you can find out when my next video comes out. What is the GRE? It's basically a standardized test that a lot of graduate schools use for admissions into graduate programs. Basically, as I've always heard, it's just a harder SAT because you take it at the end or after college. So, you know, after you've been through college, they expect you to be a little bit smarter, and so therefore a harder SAT. It gives them an idea of how well you can do in graduate school. And while there are studies that show that it doesn't really prove that much, it doesn't really prove a student's success that much, and there are some schools that have opted out of using it, and for the most part, most schools require you to take the GRE. So the first time I took the GRE, I was really stupid. I paid however much it is, which is, I think is like $195, almost $200 for this test. And when I was reading forums about the test, there were people that were like, oh, I just flipped through a book for like a day before the exam and I did amazing. And stupid me was like, oh, okay, I can do that. And I think I just studied like a few days before the test and I took it, did not do great at all. I don't remember the exact scores, but I just know I was like 38th or 40th percentiles for both the reading quantitative. That's what I get for not studying and just wasting $200 because I thought, oh, I don't really need to do anything for this because the SAT wasn't that long ago. If you're one of those people who doesn't have to study a lot for your test and have like a great attention span and stuff like that, you know, great for you. But if you're like me and take a little work to study and, you know, it requires a lot to keep your attention focused, then yeah, you're gonna need to study a little bit more. And that is what I'm going to be sharing with you guys because the second time I took it, I actually dedicated so I started studying about a month before I took the test. I don't like to study too far ahead because I know I'm just gonna forget a lot of that information. But when I took the GRE the second time, it was in February 2018. It had been almost 3 years since I've been in college. So having to do that was a lot of retraining my brain again to be able to focus really well on the tests. But you know, I ended up doing a lot better. So for the reading part, I got the 60th percentile. For math, I got 55th percentile, I believe. And then for analytical writing, I got in the 93rd percentile, which was, you know, that's really good. So what I'm going to share with you guys is my tips on what I did to raise my score, because I mean, raising a couple percentiles is really hard to do, especially when you have been studying, but these things that I did really helped me raise my score like so much more than it was before. So the first thing I did was vocabulary. I made flashcards. I watched this video. The link is down below. Basically, people from India have to take the GRE to get into graduate programs here, and so there are a lot of videos of like GRE stuff, GRE and GMAT videos where they go through the top used vocabulary. You know how Indians are really smart? Okay, you watch those videos because that's the stuff that they use, so you should be using it too. Okay, and I'm Indian. I know like there's a lot of people that are super crazy smart. Unfortunately, I'm not. Whatever. I'm linking down below one of the videos that I literally watched over and over and over again. Like, I still remember opaque and like homogeneous, and what is one that I still use? Okay, I knew them really well then, okay? So it just really was kind of like pounded into my brain. And then another thing I did was I wrote down all of them on flashcards. And then the best way to memorize things is to pound it into your head. And how do you do that? The first night, you start with 10, memorize 10 cards. Or you can do 5, whatever. So you start with 5 words, you memorize all 5 of them. The next night you learn 5 more and you memorize them. Then you mix them up with the 5 from the day before. And then you mix all those up and then you go through those flashcards. Then the next day you add 5 more and you memorize those, and then you add it to the 15. You add it to the 15 and then you go through all 15. And see, as you do this and you're adding on, you're really doing a lot of recall with your brain, and it's just really pounding that into your memory. The second thing that is important is to practice. Do practice tests. Studies show practice tests really increase your score. So whether you're taking the GRE, the PCAT, the MCAT, GMAT, whatever, the more you practice, the better you will do. So make sure you do practice tests because it really trains your brain to stay focused for however many hours you need to stay focused for your exam. Another way that I got in a lot of practice is this big book, the 5-pound GRE practice problem. 5 pounds of GRE questions just for you to practice. So they go through every section, go through this book. You don't have to do every problem obviously, but like going through each section and doing practice problems, like it makes a huge difference on your score. Another thing that I used is this website called Perfect Scores. $19 a month subscription. So because I started studying a month before the test, I just paid the $19 for 1 month subscription. And they have stuff for different exams, but I just focused on the GRE ones. And there are some that are mixed with GMAT. So just when you go through some of those problems, make sure to check and see if they have those types of questions on the GRE, because sometimes they don't. But I just went through a lot of those videos, and if you're a visual learner like me, it is so helpful to go through those like especially math, because that is my struggle. Also, they have how to write an essay on there as well. And I watched those and I literally did what they told me to do, and you know, I got a really high writing score. Using that website helped me so much. I'm not sponsored by them for this video, but you know, guys, if you are watching and you want to sponsor me, you know, let me know. If you have any tips or tricks that helped you with the GRE or any other standardized tests, please leave them in the comments below so other people can also try them out. I wish you guys the best of luck on your GRE. You're gonna do great. Continue to study, work hard, and you'll get the grade that you deserve. If you have any other questions, please leave a comment down below and I will definitely, hopefully be able to help you out. Thanks guys. Don't forget to subscribe and like for more videos like this. Thanks for watching.